How we doing? Today is Tuesday, September the 9th, 2025. Just doing a real estate tap in with you for today. Um, haven't done too many of these since the Labor Day, so got to get back into my routine here. But, job numbers have come out. Obviously, they haven't been that great. And today, the job numbers for the last 12 months were revised downwards over 900,000. So, needless to say, the economy is is not as stable as we may have thought. Been under the auspices of thinking that the economy was, doing good based on these revised numbers. A lot of the jobs have been revised down each and every month over the last year, totaling over $900,000, 900,000 less jobs. So the reason why I bring this up is because if you are somebody that's investing in real estate, how are you looking at things moving forward based on a portfolio that you have, based on a property that you might have? How are you adjusting? What are you anticipating? I guess is really my question. And we always try to bring it back to real estate notes and show the benefit of real estate notes. So, what could happen? We could see increased foreclosures. We could see obviously the unemployment has been going up, so obviously that could affect people who invest in real estate, and especially note holders. But as a note holder, a lot of times what happens is on these in the down market, what could happen? The property values could come down, but as a note holder, a lot of times you buy notes at a discount, or if you're doing it correctly, you should be buying at a discount that could withstand some type of downturn in the market. So usually we try to be under 70% of the value of the property when purchasing a note. So let's say there is a 10-20% dip, in terms of property value. You're still, in a pretty decent position to withstand that. Obviously if it comes down, you're hoping that, after some time, things will go back up, but you're still, purchasing at a discount. In times like this, as a note holder, you have more control as the bank. If somebody is having some issues, if someone lost a job, two people are living in the house, one income is not there anymore, you can modify this particular loan. And, any missed payments, things of that nature can be put on the back of the loan so that if and when the property does sell, down the line, or if it gets refinanced or anything like that, you'll still recapture, all of those, maybe missed payments, or if they weren't making full payments, things of that. You can always put that on the back of the loan, and then you can modify things, based on your return. If you're getting, 12% annualized return, could you not modify it to where you can get 10%? And that little 2% spread there could save someone a significant amount of money on their monthly payment, but still work out as a good investment, for yourself. So, that's why, again, we try to, tell people to look at investing in notes. If you are in the stock market and you think that we're at the apex and things are going to come down, you want to cash in on some of those gains and, maybe look into coming over into the note world and taking advantage of some of these opportunities. Also, during these times or anticipated times, people who have notes will be looking to sell. Cash in on their note because they need the cash. Maybe they're looking at other opportunities in a down market, things of that nature. So you're gonna, see probably more opportunities. So just notes are a good way to kind of protect yourself if you are in real estate. You could actually turn your portfolio into creating a note on a property, maybe because expenses are going up. The renters that you have in your particular property are having some issues, making payments. A lot of times you can turn these properties into seller financed situations and the new person that takes over making that payment to you can then, put other tenants in there, get people out, whatever the case may be, depending on the type of property that it is. But now you don't have to deal with, tenants and toilets and expenses going up and things of that nature. That's somebody else's problem. You will have received a down payment. You'll be receiving a monthly payment, and then you still have this unpaid balance if you want to cash it in at another time. So you could do that as well. So there are a lot of options, when it comes to real estate note investing when we are going into times like this. Another thing too is that, if there's a recession or if there's some downturn, you'll probably see more non-performing notes as an opportunity to invest in, where you can buy them at significant discounts. Usually on a non-performing note, you can buy them at 50 cents on the dollar or less. And then you can, potentially work out something with that particular homeowner to keep them in the property. There's different things that you can do once you buy the non-performing note. If you want, you can proceed with foreclosure, take the property back. Now you're in a property, at less than 50%, less than 50% of the value. You can do a number of things with it. You can rent it out. You can create a new note on it. And you could sell the property. Maybe I sell it at 60 or 65 cents on the dollar. So I get back, everything that I put into the property plus make a return on my money. So the times that we're in right now, we're just, in a note cycle for all of those reasons that I've given. Even if there is a downturn, you have options at your disposal. One last thing, if someone, if you bought a note and the property's worth $100,000 and you're only in it, let's just say for $70,000, could you not do a short sale on that particular property if that person is having an issue? If the property is worth $100,000 and they're having problems making a payment, could you accept a short sale at $80,000? So you've paid $70,000 and maybe you collected some payments. This person's now getting into some difficulties. Could you not accept, $75,000, $80,000 for that particular property and let them walk away and, let somebody else, take over that particular property? This way you've made back all your money plus any monthly payments that you've collected. And when you look at the total investment, you will probably see a decent return. Obviously, we wouldn't want that to be the option that that is preferred, but that may be the best option for that particular homeowner and yourself as the note holder. So if you want more information about real estate notes, you can go to my YouTube channel, Abundant Capital Group, or you can reach out to me. My contact information is attached to this. We can have a conversation. But we're in a note cycle now, and we're probably going to be here for some time, just due to the economy and what's most likely to happen over the next, I would say, 12 to 24 months. All right. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.